Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah! Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
The important thing is we created a lot of awareness through advertising, communication, the various channels that we use. And what has been important is we have changed mindsets. And there are two types of people that recycle glass in South Africa. The one being the mid to upper LSM, so income groups. Currently, there's still high levels of apathy, but we have made significant inroads into changing their mindsets. With regard to the collector market, we have had phenomenal success. We have 50,000 active glass collectors in South Africa, and that has also made, because we've created an intrinsic value on waste glass, that it has a value, and these glass collectors have really cottoned on and taken on. Coupled with that, we support entrepreneur projects or buyback centers on a national basis with infrastructure, as well as the know-how of how to run a successful business. And if you combine all of this, this has really resulted in the recipe for success thus far for us. Well, in South Africa, recycling is a relatively new phenomenon compared to other parts of the world. As I did mention earlier, recycling is not legislated, so it's not compulsory. And a lot of businesses and the mid to upper income groups still have high levels of apathy towards recycling. It is an international phenomenon. Unless there is legislation to force people, they will recycle.
Well, recycling is important because, it's to save our earth. Look at Mother Earth today. It's in so much of danger at the moment because, there's so much of pollution in this earth. It's gone even worse now more than ever.
I do recycle to a certain extent, but, and this is one of the things I do talk about, it's, we're all living our lives. We have relatively busy lives, we have our routines, etc., etc. And with things like recycling, changing, because it has to be a lifestyle change. It has to be about how you actually live your life. It's like deciding to go to gym. Like if you decide to go to gym, you end up going once in a while. But if you change your lifestyle and you change your routine, then it becomes easier to do it. So do I recycle? Not enough. Not even close to enough. Is it something that I'm conscious of? Absolutely. And it's constantly something I do think about in terms of, how do I get into that habit? I've written about tech and I've reviewed tech stuff, so I have plastic bags. I call it my digital graveyard. Like, I have technology just in boxes and stuff. Then you go, okay, what must I do with this stuff? Where must it go? And I actually have to do the work. I have to put in the work to go, okay, let me go find the places, etc., etc. And I think where the challenge lies is, how do we do it? How do we, structure it so that the average person doesn't have to go and look? Because I believe that's how we're going to start changing habits. Look, so I'm passionate about this idea of storytelling from a business perspective, from a social perspective, and it's my business and it's what I do. And I sincerely believe that this space and dialogues such as this are the perfect spaces to start to build that understanding and be able to use the stories to really drive the important elements of it. So, it's all well and good saying to me that you're taking X amount out of landfill. It's a very abstract thought. You think about it, for the average person, it's a very abstract thought. Like, it's not tangible. But if you're sharing stories of people who are actually, people like me, that I can look at as an example and go, okay, this person is doing X, Y, Z, and they're doing it very simply. It's not complicated. There's no excuse for me not to be doing it. And so getting involved in things like this, and I guess the beauty of being a writer is that it takes you into experiences. It takes you into experiences. I like to think I'm naturally curious. So I like to expose myself to as much as possible because you gain so much as a human being in general before we even get down to how you live a certain aspect of your life.
Well, raising awareness is crucial because people don't think about the impact of landfill. The only time you really get concerned as an individual or a corporate if a landfill gets opened near your backyard. As I call it, NIMBY, not in my backyard, people don't want it. When it starts affecting them or it's right there, then they say, gosh, we need to do something. But the other thing is, people, if it's a paid system where people have to sort or enforce to recycle, then the whole ball game or the situation changes where people realize, I don't put enough.
And it's been interesting looking at what, for example, the glass recycling company and some of the stuff that they're doing. Because we don't see it. We don't see it because I feel they don't tell that story enough. When you look at what they're doing for businesses, when you look at the things you can create with glass, lampshades, tabletops, glasses, etc., etc.